Hello traders, this is Day Trader Matt with a businesswithtrading.com doing an E-mini market recap for the 18th of June, Tuesday. And today was another good day in the markets. We basically opened up in line here and the markets just bought up from there. Today we had 3 trades and we pulled 3 points out of the market. And it was definitely a choppy market. It did move a lot, and a lot of times, you would look at the market and say, hey, I missed a lot of trades, but the trades that we took were quick trades. We see the potential in those trades were 3.75 points. We only took 3 points. Each trade that we took was only one contract. We were trying to play it pretty conservative, which we did. And let's get into what happened. Our first trade we grabbed over here, and we did take profit up here. So we did, take that one, waited a little while, and got long down here, and we ended up taking profit up here, and you see it did come right back. And kind of watched it a little bit more and grabbed a long over here, which we took profit on up here, and then that came back and took us again, and then it bought up again for the final time. So very, very interesting day. The market is definitely in a very tight spot. I'm losing my voice here, excuse me. Alright, that's better. The market's definitely in a tight spot here, and I would rather be more conservative than more aggressive here, just because sometimes the market's gonna always give you a different look, a different feel, and it's gonna throw different stuff at you. So you want to trade less at certain trade less on certain days, and then you can trade more on other certain days. And today was one of those days I just felt like I wanted to be nimble. I wanted to pick my trades, and it was still a good day. 3 points is definitely not bad at all. We can add that to the running total, which is pretty good for the month. So we can definitely add that to the total, and as long as you're making money, you're doing good in the markets. So some people would look at this and say 3 points is good. Other people would look at that and say, man, I could make more. And that latter thinking is what can really get you hurt in the markets. You can, I'm constantly trying to improve myself, improve my trading, and I go through a process where I'm constantly trying to improve myself. But once you hit a certain level, your trading style and your trading setups are not going to change very much. They're basically going to be the same, and that's basically the progression. First you try to figure out the trading system and trading style that works for you. And when I say system, I don't mean like a red arrow, green arrow. I mean like an actual system. McDonald's has a system that they use very, very efficiently to make hamburgers. Now, Joe's Burger Joint down the street, they make burgers too, but McDonald's sells a lot more than them. And I'm talking about the McDonald's right beside them sells more than they do. And that's because McDonald's has a system to get the burgers done on time, to get them handed to the customers, whereas Joe's Burger Joint takes a while because they don't really have a system. That's what I mean by system. So you work on getting that system strategy, and then after you get that system and strategy, then once you get it, you already know it works and everything. So once you get it, you start trading, and then you start trying to improve that system, trying to improve that strategy. Strategy is probably a better word here. you try to improve that strategy. And the only way to improve the strategy is to work on your risk reward areas. And that's really all you can do there. So that's basically what happens once you hit a certain level. Your strategy is going to be the same. All you can do is work on maximizing your profit on that strategy. And days like this, I kind of wanted to be a little more careful. And you see each trade, the market did roll back, and it would have, taken us out of break even if we would have just played the protection game. And that's one of the signs of FOMC week. Usually it is a little more choppy, it is a little more sideways, and that's one of the reasons that I did want to play conservative, and it did work out. We got 3 points today. You could play the coulda, woulda, shoulda game. I could make more. I need to do this, do that. But that's really going to be harmful in the long run. The only thing you can say is, hey, I could have held this to here, but I think we played today pretty good. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Hopefully that made sense. You got something out of it. I think it's a good topic. So, I'll probably talk more about that in the future. But if you want to ask questions, definitely I encourage them. There's no such thing as a dumb question. I truly believe that. There's only the question that's not asked. So if you have a question, definitely ask it. A lot of people do prefer anonymity, and I can definitely understand that. So you can always leave a comment below the video, but you can definitely email me directly, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. And for whether, it doesn't matter how you ask the question, what type of format, on Facebook or on YouTube or on the website, or if you want to email me directly, it really doesn't matter to me which medium you use. But if you have a question, ask it. I definitely encourage that, and I'm the one that reads all my emails, so I don't have someone else reading them for me. So you're definitely going to hear back from me. So with that, thanks for watching the video. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have an awesome day, my friends, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.